Welcome back, everybody. Dave the Gamer here. Today wanted to make you a guide on 5 items that you want to invest in for phase 6. Now I'm going to throw a list of why I think and the patterns I'm talking about with images as I go on. But many of the times I get the question, is it too late? So, is it too late to invest? It's a great question. So if this is the first time you're investing and you're just going to try to buy some items, one of my first videos I ever made was about top 20 items to invest in. From that, I basically turned like 3 or 4K gold, a little bit less, into about 20 or 30,000 gold, just investing. That's it. That was back in phase, I think, 2. So a lot of those items, yeah, they don't work no more. You know, a lot of those greater nature potions, your elemental herbs, stuff like that, it's no good. For the fact that AQ has already been announced, depending on when this video is being released, it might already be out. So all of those items are worthless now. But there are still 5 items that I think that if you get in now, you could still make a healthy profit. Now, it's not like buying in phase 2, preparing for phase 6 like I did. You're not going to make, 600-700% of the profit, but you should be able to about double your money on a lot of these items. So I'm going to go over the 5 items that I think you should buy right now, and then also talk about when to sell those items for maximum profit. And then for shits and giggles, I'm going to talk about the time I lost 1,500 gold doing some stupid ass investment that I hope you never do. So make sure you stay to the end so you never make that mistake. But starting off, all right, essence of water. The reason you want essence of water, it's going to be used to craft a lot of frost resistance gear. Now there's, I believe, only 2 bosses that you really need frost resistance for in Naxx, and we'll find out through AQ. It has been a pattern, obviously there's always going to be a couple top guilds that just blow through everything. But there's still some guilds struggling through BWL that need the shadow resist potions and stuff like that. But as guilds, actually start to learn some of these mechanics, they're not going to need as much frost resist gear. And a lot of these items will become almost worthless, a couple months into phase 6. That's why you want to pick these up now, and I'll tell you when to sell them. So, essence of water, frost resist gear. Number 2, elemental water. It's going to make greater frost protection potions. A lot of these are going to be leaned towards getting you ready for 2 of the hardest bosses in Naxx. They call this the Guild Breaker for a reason. This place is not a joke. And, I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer than it did back in the day before people to be farming this as easy as like BWL. So these items are going to be crucial, especially for the beginning progress, the first couple months of people farming through Naxx. So these items are already starting to see a little spike in price. Like I think on my server, elemental water is like 70 silver. I could see that going to about $1.50 gold, almost 2 gold. Essence of water, I think my server right now, 7 gold. I could see that going to 11 or 12, just like essence of air and the other ones. The number 3, Mooncloth. Mooncloth is going to be needed in a lot of different patterns. So some of the bosses in Naxx actually drop what they call desecrated tokens, which your mage, your warlock, and your priest are going to be eating those up. They're going to really want that set. And guess what? That set requires a ton of Mooncloth. So just like when, ZG first got released, everybody wanted to get all of the different new gear. So Mooncloth shot up to like 35, 40 gold. Right now, you could probably pick it up for, 18 gold. So if you can pick it up fairly cheap, then you should be able to offload it, come phase 6 for almost double your profits. And it doesn't hurt that you get the supplies ahead of time because you're going to need to craft the stuff anyways. The trend with the desecrated tokens, you're going to not only see that for your cloth people with Mooncloth, but everybody else besides mage, warlock, priest is going to need these other 2 items to be able to get theirs made. So, cured rugged hide. like I'm saying, hunters, rogues, pellies, every single other class is going to need a ton of cured rugged hide to be able to make all their items. So you're going to see those type of items go up in price. So moving on to the final one, Arcanite Bars. So obviously this has basically been a phase one, and if you haven't noticed, Arcanite Bars, I think on my server, like almost up to 80, 85 gold. I could definitely see them continue to go up as we get into phase 6. I could see them get all the way up to about 120 gold for the fact that the same as Pure Rugged Hide, all of those different patterns are going to need the Arcanite Bar to actually be able to craft the best items in the game. Like the Desecrated tokens, I don't know about each piece by itself is going to be the best, or if every single class is going to 100% wear it. But 90% of people are going to need this gear, and it all requires Cured Rugged Hide, Arcanite Bars. So get those items now before it's way too late. So running through those items again, Essence of Water, Elemental Water, Mooncloth, Cured Rugged Hide, and Arcanite Bars. Those are the 5 items you want to be sure to get right now. Now you might be wondering, when do you sell? So I've made the mistake plenty of times holding on to the item, basically trying to sell it, the week of it actually being released, a couple days into the actual patch. And every time I've got burned because all of the other investors are also thinking the same exact idea, tried to unload all of their items, and the price ended up dropping drastically. So I highly recommend, just like I just did for AQ. AQ is coming out on like the 27th, 29th, something like that at the end of July. I've already started selling almost all of my items coming, my phase 5 investing items. You want to sell 2 to 3 weeks before. Once it's announced, 2 to 3 weeks before, get rid of all of those items. You'll be able to buy them back to be able to make your gear cheap week 1. For whatever reason, everybody wants to hold on to them, and then they get burned. So sell them at their peak price because you're all about the hype, people trying to get ahead of the curve. But then they don't realize that the prices actually plummet fucking the week of. So make sure you buy those 5 items and then sell them 2 weeks in advance. Even 3 weeks. Just watch it. Once you start to see it start slowly coming back down, get rid of those items. Now, I got a great guide coming out very shortly on the items to invest in for TBC. I definitely don't think it's too early. You want to start investing as far ahead as you possibly can in the further patches, and TBC is the next one I'm looking at. So I'm working on a ton of different guides for TBC, and I have an excellent investing idea guide. Me and Solahim are both going to be releasing a ton of TBC videos. I'm also thinking about releasing some of Shadowland for the retail. Let me know if anybody's even interested in Shadowlands or if I stick strictly to Classic. Right now I'm working a ton, working 2 jobs, so I can only do probably 1 Classic video a week, where I could probably squeeze in a Shadowlands video also, bringing it up to 1 of each. So let me know your thoughts on that, and be sure to stay tuned for the TBC investing. You want to buy those items ASAP. So about the time I invested almost 3,000 gold buying Twilight text to turn in for the True Believer clippings. If you check in the top right corner, there's the video to it. I opened 100 of the bags. Like I said, invested 2,800 gold, and I pretty much lost 1,500, almost 2,000 gold. So please learn from my mistakes. Do not do that. Turn the text in for rep. I think it's a funny video to watch overall. But until next time, guys, game on.